One of the first things I hear from new clients and from women who reach out to me before they even sign up, Michelle, I want to start lifting weights, but I don't want to look manly. I get this all the time. And I get it, I really do. But I need you to hear me on this. Strength training does not make women bulky. And if someone told you it does, they were wrong. Flat out. And I'm not just saying that to make you feel good. I'm saying it because I've spent over 7 years working with real women, and I've seen this myth hold so many of them back. So stick around because before this video is over, I'm going to show you exactly why the women who avoid weights are actually making it harder to get the body they want. Women who wanted to change their bodies, women who were doing everything they thought they were supposed to do, and still not getting results because the fear of getting bulky kept them away from the one thing that would have actually worked. So today, we're going to clear this up once and for all. So here's the thing. I used to be one of those women. And I want to tell you this story because I think it's going to sound very familiar. For years, I avoided the weight section completely. I wouldn't even walk through it. I'd go to the gym, head straight to the cardio area, and stay there. I did the elliptical. I took spin classes. I walked on the treadmill on an incline, holding on for dear life. And if you've done that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was in that gym 4 or 5 days a week sometimes, sweating, showing up, doing what I thought I was supposed to do. And you know what? I looked the same year after year, same body, same frustration. I wasn't lazy. I wasn't inconsistent. I was just doing the wrong thing because I was afraid of what the weights would do to me. And nobody around me was telling me any different. So I stayed stuck. Sound familiar? If this is hitting home, drop a yes in the comments. I want to know how many of you have been exactly where I was, because staying stuck there is optional. Here's what changed everything for me. I started lifting, actually lifting, heavy weights, compound movements, progressive overload. And I was terrified the first few weeks, I won't lie to you. Every time I picked up something heavier than I thought I should be lifting, I waited to wake up the next morning looking like a different person. Spoiler alert, it didn't happen. And guess what? I didn't get bulky. I got lean. I got strong. My body changed in ways that cardio never not once gave me. And that shift, it wasn't just physical. I felt different. I moved differently. I carried myself differently. Strength does something to you that no amount of cardio ever will. And I want that for you too. Okay, so why does this myth even exist in the first place? Let me explain you. Women see male bodybuilders massive, veiny, enormous, and they think, I do not want that, right? That's a completely reasonable reaction. But here's what people don't understand. Those men, those very large men, trained for years, decades sometimes. They structured their entire lives around building that much muscle, their training, their eating, their sleep, everything. They eat in very specific, calculated calorie surpluses, meaning they are intentionally eating significantly more than their body burns every single day. Many of them use performance-enhancing drugs, and even then, they had to work incredibly hard to build that much muscle. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't just happen, not for men, and certainly not for women. This is very important, and I want you to really sit with this. Testosterone is one of the primary drivers of muscle hypertrophy, which is just the technical word for muscle growth. Men have significantly higher levels of testosterone than women. We're talking 10 to 20 times higher, right? That hormonal difference is the reason men can build large amounts of muscle mass relatively easily compared to women. Women's testosterone levels are a fraction of men's. And because of that, a woman's body simply does not have the hormonal environment to build the kind of mass you see on a male bodybuilder. It's not a mindset thing. It's not a willpower thing. It's biology. So the idea that a woman is going to accidentally pick up some dumbbells and wake up looking like a bodybuilder is biologically impossible. That's not me being motivational. That's science. And honestly, I wish someone had told me this 10 years ago, because I lost years to cardio machines that were never going to give me what I actually wanted. Now, this next part is important because this is where most people's understanding completely breaks down. So, what does happen when women lift weights? Here's the truth. You build lean muscle tissue, and lean muscle tissue is dense. It takes up less space than fat. So, a woman who lifts weights and loses fat might weigh the same or even more on the scale, but she wears a smaller size. Do you know what I'm saying? The scale lies. The mirror tells the truth. And this is something I see play out with my clients over and over again. Anita lost 24 pounds in 12 weeks and walked away stronger than she'd ever been in her life. But more than the number on the scale, she said she finally felt like herself again. That's what lifting does. It gives you your body back. And honestly, muscle is what creates shape, the curves, the definition. The look that most women are actually going for when they say they want to tone. And here's what I need you to understand about that word toning. Toning is just building muscle while losing fat. That's it. That's the whole thing. There is no special toning workout. There is no magic rep range that makes you lean instead of bulky. Those little 3-pound pink dumbbells that get marketed to women, I love that they exist, but they are not going to change your body. You build muscle, you lose fat, and the result is a toned body. Strength training is the most efficient way to make both of those things happen. By the way, lifting also increases your resting metabolic rate, which means your body burns more calories at rest, even when you're sitting on the couch, even when you're sleeping, when you have more muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It costs your body energy just to maintain it. So the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism runs, even on days you don't work out. That is a huge deal if fat loss is your goal. Cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Muscle burns calories around the clock. Do you see the difference? So if fat loss is your goal, muscle is not your enemy. Muscle is your best friend. Now, let's talk about why some women do feel like lifting made them bigger. Because I want to be honest with you about this. It does happen. And when it does, there's almost always a clear reason. The first reason is nutrition. And this is the big one. A lot of women start lifting, feel hungrier, and start eating more without realizing it, which is completely normal, by the way. Exercise increases appetite. But if you're lifting and eating in a significant calorie surplus, you will build muscle on top of existing body fat. And in that case, yes, you might feel or look a little bigger. That's not a lifting problem. That's a nutrition awareness problem. The second reason is timing. And this is the one that breaks my heart because it causes so many women to quit right before things turn around. When you first start lifting, your muscles adapt. They hold a little more water. They get a little more full. And there can be a phase, and it is temporary, I promise you, where things feel a little puffier or fuller before you start leaning out. This is normal. This is your body changing. This is the process working. But a lot of women hit this phase, panic, and stop lifting. And then they tell everyone that lifting made them bulky, when actually they just needed to push through that window and let the fat loss catch up. And the third reason is doing high volume lifting with very high calories and no real fat loss strategy, which again comes back to nutrition. This is very important. Training and nutrition have to work together. You can't outlift a bad diet, but you also can't outdiet the results that come from lifting heavy. They go hand in hand, always. And I think about Kathy when I say this. She came to me convinced that weights would make her bigger. She'd tried lifting before, felt like she was getting bulkier, and stopped. Sound familiar? But what she didn't have before was the nutrition piece. We fixed that. We got her training and her eating working together. And guess what? She put in the work and lost 33 pounds in 5 months, lifting heavy every single week. Not bulky, lean, strong, confident. That's what happens when the training and the nutrition are working together. Okay, here's your practical takeaway. Because I don't want you to leave here without something you can actually use today. Step one, aim for 3 to 4 strength training sessions per week. You do not need to live in the gym. 3 solid sessions done consistently is enough to see real meaningful change in your body. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Step two, focus on compound movements. Squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, hip hinges. These are the movements that recruit the most muscle groups at once, burn the most calories, and give you the most return on your time. If you only have 45 minutes, compound movements are where your time goes. Step three, progressive overload. This is the principle that actually drives results, and it simply means you are consistently challenging your body more over time, adding a little more weight, adding another rep, decreasing your rest time. You can't do the same workout with the same weight forever and expect your body to keep changing. The body adapts, and when it does, you have to give it a new challenge. That's how you keep progressing. Step four, eat enough protein. At minimum, aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you're aiming for somewhere between 120 and 150 grams of protein per day. I know that sounds like a lot if you're not used to tracking, but protein is the single most important nutrient when it comes to body composition. It keeps you full. It protects your muscle while you're losing fat. It helps your body recover and rebuild after every session. This is very important. Don't skip the protein. And step five, be patient with the process. I know that's not the sexy answer, but if you quit every time something feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar, you will never see what your body is actually capable of. Give it time, trust the process, and keep showing up. And when you're ready to stop guessing and start seeing results like Kathy's and Anita's, that's exactly where having a plan built for your body makes all the difference. So here's the thing. If you want a plan built specifically around your body and your goals, that's exactly what I do with my one-on-one coaching clients. If you're local, we can work together one-on-one in studio or from the comfort of your home. I offer fully customized personal training and nutrition coaching. So we're covering everything, your workouts, your macros, your nutrition, all of it dialed in for you. I also offer online coaching, which gives you a fully customized workout plan for fat loss and muscle building, macro and nutrition guidance, regular check-ins, monthly progress assessments, and full access to my app. Everything is adjusted every single month based on how your body is responding. Nothing is ever set and forget. The link is in the description if you want to apply. Listen to me. You are not going to wake up bulky. You are going to wake up strong. And that strength is going to change everything, how you look, how you feel, how you move through the world. Stop letting a myth keep you away from the thing that will actually work. And if you want to know exactly how much you should be eating to make all of this work, that's coming up next. and I'll see you in the next one.